Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Maddie White. Health officials are asking those who have traveled to Blaine County in the past 2 weeks to shelter in place. The coronavirus has hit Italy the worst of any country in Europe. Tonight's big story, Mountain Home Air Force Base is dealing with COVID-19 just like the rest of us, and their Air Force has put in several protective measures, and one Idaho high school student is helping other students make that transition. Such a great community we live in. There were around 50 cars that drove by Leonard's house, and as you saw, that also included the Idaho State Police, Nampa Police, and the Middleton School District. Police say an officer-involved shooting in Caldwell last night left a suspect in critical condition after he attempted to shoot his wife and shot at a car driving by. To see how they're putting an eco-friendly spin on stocking your pantry. And it turns out other states are doing a lot more. There are 5 major tools states can implement to help affordable housing: inclusionary housing, rent control, and for those of us in the Magic Valley area, cities like Twin Falls, Gooding, and Shoshone can expect to see temperatures in the low 70s tomorrow, very comfortable with mostly cloudy conditions. Let's take a look at our extended forecast. It seems every day we hear another story about how growth is impacting our way of life. It is a calm post-Turkey Day, Black Friday right now. We're looking at I-84's eastbound commute going from Nampa to Boise, and it is smooth sailing.
So is there a trick to making a great falafel?
You know, I don't want to give away their secrets.
Great.
I don't even really know their secrets, but she did say that it's important to give the chickpeas a long time to soak and soften, and that's what they do there at Foodland for their falafel. Take a look at this. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring except for a robotic vacuum.
1 degree.
Nice warm week again. Well, thanks so much for watching Fox 9 Now News. We'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Good night.
Watching Fox 9 Now News at 9. It's about time.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Maddie White. The gorgeous weather this weekend gave people the opportunity to get outside, but it also shined a light on the fact that maybe we can do better when it comes to social distancing. Fox 9 Now's Steve Dent talked with a local bar owner who's concerned that we aren't taking COVID-19's high risk of transmission seriously enough. Health officials are asking those who have traveled to Blaine County in the past 2 weeks to shelter in place. This after 3 Ada County residents and 1 Valley County resident diagnosed with the coronavirus had traveled to and spent time in Blaine County. While not an official mandate, officials are asking people not to leave their homes and to avoid close contact with anyone for 14 days after the time of possible exposure. Confirmed cases in the state of Idaho continue to grow. Health officials are now reporting 47 confirmed cases in the Gem State out of over 1,000 tests conducted by state and commercial labs. Blaine and Ada counties continue to have the most confirmed cases of the disease, with Canyon and Kootenai counties reporting several new cases since yesterday. Steve Liebenthal joins us now with a look at the Fox 9 Now forecast. Did you get a chance to go outside today, Steve?
Just to the car.
Okay.
And then out of the car and into the TV station.
Right.
And yeah, unfortunately, a lot of people going to places many of us might want to go during this time.
Thanks, Steve. Thousands across the Treasure Valley are self-isolating due to CDC recommendations to slow the spread of coronavirus. But how can you stay home if you don't have a home? That's a problem community members are teaming up to help solve. Garden City's Riverside Hotel on the Boise River is partnering with Boise Homeless Shelter Interfaith Sanctuary to house 30 homeless families, including individuals with medical issues. Interfaith's executive director says it all started after shelter staff realized they didn't have enough space to effectively prevent a spread if someone were to be exposed. Peterson Steiger says there have been no confirmed cases in their shelter. However, she is working to improve access to testing. Well, local gun shops have been really busy ever since the World Health Organization deemed the coronavirus a pandemic. We talked with the owner of Midstar Firearms in Middleton, who told us he had 2 days this week where his store sold a week's worth of merchandise. Since last October, Fox 9 Now has looked into allegations made against former pet store Surf's Up Puppy Shack. In January, Surf's Up changed owners and its name, but even though this new location has had no issues, several customers from Surf's Up Puppy Shack accused the former owner of knowingly selling puppies infected with parvovirus. So how many claims were there? Nicole Blanchard, a reporter for our media partner at this Idaho Statesman, was one of the original reporters on the story, and she tells us. Our Frankie Katafias is now asking 2 lawyers whether or not Surf's Up customers with parvo puppies have grounds to pursue legal action. She'll have their answers tomorrow morning on Good Morning Idaho. Congressman Mike Simpson was quick to support the emergency supplemental package in response to COVID-19. The bill includes critical funding for testing and economic stability provisions to help businesses and families. Simpson, who sits on the all-important Appropriations Committee, has seen a lot through the years. He recently sat down with Fox 9 Now's Don Nelson to talk about getting work done in a very divided Washington, D.C. The state attorney general's office says more and more reports are coming in from consumers who feel stores are price gouging in light of the coronavirus. That's why the office started sending out letters to retailers last week, recommending they keep their prices affordable, especially on items that are becoming scarce. State law says retailers can increase prices on any items except fuel, food, water, and medications. If you feel a retailer is charging more than they should, you're urged to contact the Idaho Attorney General's office at 208-334-2400. As businesses around the Treasure Valley close their doors, grocery stores are still serving their community. This weekend, Fred Meyer stores announced they will be giving a one-time appreciation bonus of $300 to each of their hourly full-time employees and $150 to those working part-time. Starting tomorrow, Fred Meyer will be offering special hours for seniors and other high-risk customers from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Like many other eateries in the valley, Winger's restaurants in Meridian, Nampa, and Mountain Home are now offering only drive-through takeout and delivery options. But despite this, what they are doing for their displaced employees stands out from the rest. Health officials and city staff from Ontario are encouraging recreational marijuana dispensaries to close their shops in an effort to stop the spread of the coronavirus. A viewer sent us this picture showcasing how busy one of the shops was on Saturday. And it's no secret a lot of the cannabis business comes from people who travel to Ontario from Idaho. Ken Hart, the president of St. Al's in Ontario, in conjunction with city officials, released this statement today saying the city estimates cannabis shops increase traffic by 500 a day. He went on to say subjecting small communities to an influx of external visitors is dangerous for all involved. For the past 2 years, Fox 9 Now has worked to end the stigma surrounding mental health in the Gem State and to shine a light on the resources for help and recovery. For many of those struggling with mental illness or addiction, support groups are an important part of recovery. The Treasure Valley Mental Health Support Group has been meeting in person every Monday for nearly 15 years. Unfortunately, with coronavirus concerns, the group's numbers are smaller, and soon they may be forced to stop meeting in person at all. Coming up in tomorrow's Finding Hope, Fox 9 Now's Natasha Williams will explore how support groups like this one are evolving to continue to provide the much-needed support their members need. Do you know someone who makes a difference in the community? Why not nominate them for a Jefferson Award? Fox 9 Now, in conjunction with our partners from Albertsons, will pick a new recipient each month, and one of those folks will be selected to head to Washington, D.C. to represent our state. Fox 9 Now has much more news in our second half hour. Coronavirus patients speak out on what it's like to fight the disease. And next on Fox 9 Now, the federal government taking action to fight against COVID-19. More after the break.